corporate media has floated the idea of John Kasich and John Hickenlooper running on a unity ticket for president in 2020. Hickenlooper is a Democratic governor. Kasich, of course, is a Republican governor, and he ran for president the last time around. And CNN got in on the fun here and had an interview with both of them. And I think this may be their saddest segment ever. Now, there's a lot of sad ones to choose from. You know, for example, when they put the picture up, it was like, breaking news, Titanic sank 102 years ago today, or something to that effect. They actually did that. They used breaking news for something that happened over 100 years ago. Or when fucking Don Lemon was talking about how the missing Malaysian plane may have gone into a black hole. One of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Or when Wolf Blitzer told Rand Paul that, well, what about the profits of the defense contractors if we stop arming Saudi Arabia? There's a lot of sad moments to choose from, man. This is right up there with the rest of them. So they're going to have on Hickenlooper, which is always a funny last name. It sounds like a cereal. Did you pick up some Hickenloopers, Mom? You're going to have Hickenlooper and Kasich, and look at how giddy they get when they get some positive attention. Let's watch.
That's how, I mean, we're going to have substantive changes and really strengthen the entire system.
I do have to ask you, since I have you both here, because you were both shooting down speculation that you could be running together in 2020. We whipped up a little something, just
for
a
what?
little.
Running for what?
You know, not dog catcher. Okay.
What is it we're running for?
Well, you know, the big White House. So we whipped up a little something. It's just a little poster, just to give you a taste of what it would look like. So I don't know. Isn't that a little enticing, Governor Kasich?
There's a lot of stars around that. Listen, I hope my wife doesn't have the show on tonight. I want to eat dinner at home. I want to be able to get in my home. And if you guys are cooking something up, I got to make sure that I can sneak in and tell her I wasn't a part of this.
That's not a
but
no.
I'll tell you what,
I mean, look,
Hickenlooper looks so good on that. It's really enticing. He should seriously think about it.
Well, and you know, there's options
Photoshop.
here. There's options here. Look, we can also switch it up. You can see that Governor Hickenlooper. I mean, what do you think about this? Could this be a possibility for you?
Now we're talking. No, I don't think it's going to happen. And I admire and I really enjoy working with Governor Kasich. He's been a great partner in this, and I think we are going to find things we can work on together. But I don't.
But what would make it happen? What would make it happen? With so much convention being thrown out the window when it comes to politics, what might make you consider something like that?
Listen, Brianna, here's the situation. What is so astounding to me is that John, successful small businessman, terrific guy, and I am working together, and people can't believe it. They can't believe that a Republican and Democrat can get together. This is the way it used to be. And let me suggest one other thing. We're not doing this because we want to run for something. We're doing it because we think we can help people. And as I said just in an interview not long ago, why is it anytime anybody does anything good, there's suspicion as to why they're doing it? Now, what we're seeing are people doing wonderful things down in Texas, not because they want anything. See, it brings out the best in us. Life is short. And you know what I think John and I both answer to is the Lord's call that we can give everybody a chance and lift everyone. Well, and that's what we are all about.
Oh, shut the fuck up, man. Oh, please shut the fuck up. Make it stop. Oh, us? Run for president? No. You like us? And CNN, what are you doing? This is supposed to be news. And they're like, wouldn't this be very enticing? Folks in the audience, Hickenlooper Kasich 2020. Huh? I know you all love that. Huh? Yes, people are just falling all over themselves. I mean, it's like the Beatles in their prime. Or fucking, what's the new one that everybody likes? Not everybody, that young girls like. One Direction or some shit. Do they still exist? I don't know. My knowledge of boy bands died after Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, as it should be. Nobody gives a fuck about John Kasich and John Hickenlooper. That is literally the most boring pair possible. I mean, you may as well run a piece of toast and a glass of milk. and do Milk Toast 2020. You know who's in favor of this? The establishment are the only people that love this. And that's why the establishment media, CNN, is pushing it. You want to know why? Because John Hickenlooper and John Kasich would do every single pro-establishment policy imaginable. They would help the corporations. They wouldn't care about the middle class. But as they do it, they put a smiley face on it. They put a polite American face on it. We're respectable people who talk nicely to people as we cut their unemployment insurance and their Medicare. What? And we're bipartisan. This has everything that the establishment loves. Bipartisanship! What? You have a Republican and a Democrat, and they're coming together. How can anybody disagree with that? Hey, idiots, bipartisanship is not inherently good. Because usually when the Democrats and the Republicans agree on something, they're agreeing to screw over the middle class and help corporations. So stop. They're trying to feed this to the audience as if the audience is going to be like, oh, are we supposed to be excited by Hickenlooper and Kasich? Yes, Hickenlooper, Kasich 2020. Yes, nobody wants that. And here's how you know it's the saddest thing ever. Hickenlooper and Kasich, nobody knows who the fuck they are. I mean, some people know Kasich because he ran in the Republican primary last time. But most people don't know who the fuck they are. Most people in Hickenlooper's own state don't know who the fuck he is. So when you give these guys a little bit of positive attention, look at how they melt. Look at how they melt. It's like a 16-year-old girl that just got called, pretty by their crush at school. Like, you want us to run? You like us? This is so great. You're the only ones that like us. But let's try to make this a thing. Like, there's millions of people who want it to happen. CNN is pushing a ticket that nobody cares about. Nobody wants. It would serve the establishment with a polite smiley face. And they're like... And they're so full of shit. Oh my God. Us running? No. I mean, sure, we're randomly doing an interview with the two of us on CNN on national media for seemingly no goddamn reason whatsoever. But no, it's not because we're thinking of running. How dare you suggest that? I want my wife to let me in the house tonight. It was hard when I ran last time around, so, she's gotta let me in the house. And while we're at it, here, let me serve you up some fresh, steaming platitudes and cliches. Oh, here we go. We're working together because that's the way it's supposed to be. And we're doing the Lord's work. Yes. Do you like my establishment bullshit talking points? I'm not thinking of running. Anyway. Kasich Hickenlooper 2020.